I've actually been to Asia before, lived in Asia before and of course, wanted to explore the opportunity to live in Asia again. So I decided to make a journey which was going to take in several likely candidates for locations where I would want to spend time in the future. The first phase being Chiang Mai in the north of Thailand. The second being the Philippines between Manila and Subic Bay. The fourth place being Pattaya and Bangkok. First up was Chiang Mai. For me it was just a solo trip, so found myself accommodation quite quickly. Got into an early morning routine. Started going to the park sometimes for a walk, doing a bit of exercise there. Joined the gym which was very good and set in an inspiring location. What struck me about the place is that it has architecture like this. It just has a wonderful Buddhist atmosphere. It creates a very amazing ambience of peace and calm in the place. It's just such a strange situation that the air quality is not suitable in Chiang Mai year-round, but as you can see from here, on a short-term basis, you can't go wrong with this. I love cycling, and I have heard Chiang Mai talked about as a cycling destination, but, let's get one thing straight, there's too much traffic in the city to make it a true everyday cycling location. For me it was much better as a walking destination, possibly with some weekly cycling trips. You have this Monk's Trail which is a really fantastic walk. One of the best I have ever been on. Definitely challenging in parts. I made it all the way to the top. And, yes, the views are amazing. Or inspiring. I mean, the story of my Monk's Trail is a funny one. Totally spontaneous. I think I set off on Christmas Day at about 6 in the morning on the bicycle, just like half-heartedly thinking I might just go on a quick cycle. Then I just decided to head to the start of the Monk's Trail. Then I thought I'd see how it starts. Then I got into it and just decided to do it, on impulse. It was an unforgettable experience. But in the heat of the sun, I was so thirsty. But it was Christmas Day and there was no way I was turning back. I'd hardly had a glass of water. And the sun was starting to emerge. It began to feel like an arduous challenge, the likes of which I had never experienced before. As the steep climb took me up further and further, snaking up the mountain in a mix of walking on the side of well-developed roads, and walking in what seemed like undergrowth with mountain streams, vegetation etc. With my throat as dry as sand in the desert and the sun continuing to beat down and no protection really as I didn't have a hat or sunglasses. That's one thing about Thailand, the kindness. The beauty of the people. The spiritual nature. Out of nowhere, I swear, this Korean girl appears. A light conversation. She offered me some fruit. It was mango. She was like an angel, a godsend, And that's another thing about Thailand. Sun-fresh tropical fruit. The weather is tropical and the refreshments are astronomical. Don't underestimate 7-Elevens and family marts. Whatever you want from a local convenience store, you can probably find it, in those spots. Especially if stocking up for a date. Or if you're just looking to take a bite and have a Thai drink. For me, at least, they are just like walking into an open warm Thai hug with lots of snacks, drinks calling out to you. The drink I invented in Chiang Mai actually, I call Red Passion, and it's a mix of 98% strawberry juice, not from concentrate, and fresh passion fruit. Just scoop up the passion fruit into the strawberry juice, mix it about, et voila, there you have it. The ultimate Thailand drink. What strikes me about the Philippines is that, it's supposed to be a more English-speaking place and as you can tell, as well, Manila's no joke when it comes to skylines. For me, it's not my favorite city because of the general user-friendliness of the city. Like I don't remember getting on any MRT or on any SkyTrain, underground. From what I understand a lot of the places are like favelas, very underdeveloped pockets of areas and, it's nicer to go to the more pleasant places. Subic Bay is one of them. You can tell, it's quite a picturesque pretty location. I flew from Manila to Bangkok, and went directly to Pattaya. The transition from Subic Bay to Pattaya, or Philippines to Thailand was like, basically going from a kindergarten to a university. Or like going from a beautiful jungle with a coast to a thriving city by the sea. Like a proper place. Europeans. British. Americans. Russians. Thais. Chinese. Indians. Arabs. All in big numbers. And living pretty peacefully. And having fun. Adult Disneyland. Adult playground. Paradise for single guys. Call it what you will. It's probably true. That's the biggest thing I took away from this trip. Pattaya is thriving.